Welcome back to TechSpace, and this is the introduction to C++. So I'm guessing you're new to C++, so we're going to go over what it is and just a little bit about it before we jump into using code blocks. So if you don't have code blocks installed on your computer, go ahead and install it first before we begin, and we're just going to go over again a little bit about C++. So as we all know, C++ is a computer programming language, but what it is mostly known for is being an object-oriented programming language, and you're going to hear that a lot when it comes to C, or not C, but C++. And that basically means, well, I'll pull it up here before I explain it. That basically means when something's object-oriented, it means that you're using the programming language in different groups, and you're grouping different pieces of code together, which are then, becoming these blocks of information that can be switched around throughout the program. And that's what object-oriented means. And the reason that exists is because there's also something called, I want to say line command. I can't think of it right now. I'm sorry. It's really late. But it's basically Python, all the languages where you don't create functions and you just, the program is ran from the top to the bottom, and that means that, everything has to be in specific order. In object-oriented programming, you're allowed to use functions and group things in, any order that you would like for that particular program. So that's as much as I can explain about C++ and it being object-oriented without you guys getting too bored. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the website, cplus.com. You can also go to this and the link in the description. This is a good way to get reference and just to understand it a little bit more if you would like to. Other than that, we're going to jump straight into code blocks. So what you're going to want to do to start up your first program is, of course, I said have this downloaded. You're going to open this, go to create a new project, click console application, go, hit C++, next, give your project a name. So we're just going to say our first program. You can name yours, of course, whatever you want. Make sure that you have it storing somewhere. I have mine storing on my desktop, and then click next. Make sure your compiler is the GNU GCC compiler. Make sure you have the bottom box here unmarked, and I'll show you why later in the tutorials, and then click finish. And that's going to basically be it for this video. You're just going to want to click on our first program, or whatever your program name is over here. It'll pop down with the files, and then in the file will be your, or in the folder will be your file, which is your C++ file. The file extension for C++ again is .cpp. So you'll see that a lot. Get used to it, and look at the structure of this program and the code that's laid out on the screen, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.